Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as what? Epic Fantasy, that's right, and this is my latest tutorial. This is a plastic model builder, Huey Helicopter. Fun build, 1/48 scale, and it is a skill level 2, which means it's pretty easy, and it comes out pretty nice. In this video I take you through all the steps showing you how to make it from start to finish.
Dioramas, origami, catapults, and treasure shades, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something.
Okay, it's a pretty inexpensive kit. You can get it for a few dollars. Let's take a look at what comes inside. You get a bag with all the various plastic parts on the plastic sprues. There's the clear plastic, which is the glass in the model. And the instructions, which tell you a little bit about the helicopter, the history of it, how to paint it, and how to put it together. And where's the decals? I'm looking for the decals. There they are. And you get a sheet of decals, which is a nice finishing touch for any plastic model. So the first thing you should do is wash off all the various parts, keeping them on the sprue. Just gently wash them with soapy water, and then let them air dry on paper towels. You don't want to try to dry them by hand, because you may knock some of the smaller parts off the sprues and lose them. So leave those sprues intact. And what I did was, which I don't usually do in my plastic models, is I painted everything first. I wanted to do it this way just to show you so you could see the differences and to give it a try, see how I liked it. And it was pretty good. I liked it. It's kind of nice to have all the parts on the sprue while you're painting them. Makes it much easier to paint them. One thing I did notice about painting the parts ahead of time is that when you apply the plastic cement later, it can distort that paint a little bit, and you have to do a little bit of touch-up work, but that's okay. All right, all my parts are painted. Looks good. A lot of green, of course. It's a military helicopter. So let's go ahead and build it. And just like most models, you just follow the instructions. It tells you what parts to put together, and you build it in sub-assemblies. Like we're going to start with the cockpit assembly. It's got the pilot and the co-pilot. It's a little cabin that they sit in. And that's a complete assembly that you build all together. So cut each part off the sprue as you need it, leaving everything on the sprue. And see, I have that emery board there. That's a nice little addition to, to get rid of any burrs or anything like that you might have on the parts. That's important to look at the parts for burrs and little bumps and stuff. And as you are cutting them off the sprue, try them first to make sure they fit right. So you understand how the part goes and everything fits well before you glue it. You don't want to put glue on those parts and then find out you can't figure out how to glue them or where they go, or you missed something in the assembly. So always try them first, make sure it's good before you go ahead and glue the part in. So we do that. Here goes there's the back panel, the seats for the pilot and the co-pilot. And you can see I'm trying all the parts here. Make sure everything fits well. Looks good. I should paint those seat belts black and silver. There's the base plate. The seats are going to go right on that. So it's a neat little assembly here of the cockpit. There's a lot of little parts in it too. The little joysticks and stuff like that, and the little controls. And I had fun painting the control panel. See the control panel there on the left between my index finger and thumb? It's silvered. It's kind of neat. You can dry brush just to bring out the details and all the instruments. But there you go. I'm gluing the parts together now. And I think next I put the seats in. It's the back seat for the passengers. And then the little figures, which were neat, but I did notice that I needed to touch up paint them. And I'll actually do that. So there you go. The cockpit subassembly is done. It looks good. And I did a little bit of touch-up painting. I like this model is 1/48 scale, which means the actual helicopter is 48 times the size of this plastic model. I like this scale. It's kind of nice. It's small, yet it gives you a lot of details. And one interesting thing about this and a lot of plastic military models is there are some moving parts, like the rotors here. The helicopter blades actually turn in the model, which means you don't glue that piece in. It fits into like this little cradle so you can see, and then it'll turn and the rotors will turn. And that's common. So then I glued the rotors on, and while I was doing this, it made me think of a project that I did, I'm not sure how long ago, maybe 2 years ago, from the movie Live, Die, Repeat, where one of the main characters, Emily Blunt, has the helicopter sword, the helicopter blade sword. You can click on that link if you want to check out that tutorial to make a helicopter blade sword with a wooden dowel and foam board. But it made me think of it when I was putting together these little blades. That's a fun project. I like that sword. It comes out good. People have made it and sent me pictures. So of course there are clear plastic parts, and I used the Tamiya thin cement, extra thin cement, to glue those in, because glue will distort the plastic, clear plastic, pretty easily. So you got to go easy with the glue when you're putting these parts in if you want it to look like glass. Oh, a few more different parts here and there that we put together. I like the paint job on that rotor. So now it's starting to all come together. We're almost done here. Thanks for watching this far in. But that sub-assembly goes into one half of the fuselage. You glue it right in. Then we glue in the engine and rotor assembly. So there's about 70 parts, 60 some odd parts in this build. It's a nice build. If you've never built a plastic model and you're looking for a fun one that's not too hard, this one's a good one to do. I enjoy it, you know, and helicopters are always kind of interesting. So that engine and rotor assembly is in, and then we put on the other half of the fuselage and it closes up the helicopter. So I've been working on a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff going on. I've got a big push on to finish up my next novel. I'll keep you posted on that when it's done, if you might be interested in buying it or reading it, or I'll have some free chapters and stuff like that for it. But I've been enjoying it. It's but writing a novel is a difficult thing. There's a lot involved in it, but it's getting close to completion if you've been following along. So there we go. So now the helicopter is kind of come into shape. And we add some various little parts to it, to the outside of it. Oh, when I got another helicopter, I'll talk more about that in a second. Put the gun, the weapons assembly goes on the bottom of the helicopter, and that's a whole sub-assembly unto itself with the various guns, Hellfire missiles, and then the landing gear, and that's that. The model itself is built. The only thing remaining is to apply the decals, which make a big difference. Fun decals. I like the coloring of this. This is the Marine version of the Huey. Kind of nice. It has the guns on it and nice color scheme. But decals are fun. You just soak them in water, and then you can just place them onto the model and move them around a little bit until you get them in the right position, and then dry them off with a cotton swab, and that's that. So there you go. We have built a Huey helicopter, 1/48 scale, and it has some moving parts. And you can even build this with the doors in the open position so you can look inside. So coming up, I'm not sure if it'll be the next video or a further video. I've already actually built it and shot all the video. Is an Apache helicopter in the same scale. It's a 1/48 scale, so I can compare the two. That's another fun build. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button.
Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I always have lots of fun and interesting and very creative projects. I do 2 new ones every week. As an example, here's a couple more videos you might want to watch.